Hi guys, Shemuzo here. Now, as a lot of you will know, I am the proud father of a Virtual Boy, Nintendo's forgotten, unloved, failed system, but with so much potential. I love it so much. The first real attempt at a 3D home console. And now I'm not taking into account the old Tomitronics, although I do have one. Awesome. Yeah, the Virtual Boy. Unloved, unsuccessful, in need of repair. This has the horizontal line glitch that is very common with Virtual Boys, and when I get into the fix itself, I will explain how that happened. But yeah, I'm going to attempt to fix it myself. Now, you don't have to have any electronic skills. There's a very simple method to be able to fix this, and it does actually involve sticking a part of it in the oven. If you didn't already know, that sounds crazy, but it has been tried and tested by a lot of Virtual Boy owners. So I'm going to do it because I've got a really brilliant library of games for Virtual Boy. Some of them quite expensive games, and I've been putting off playing them because I didn't want to ruin the experience by playing them with a glitchy screen. So I'll show you what that fault looks like, and then we'll get straight into the fix. Okay guys, bye bye. Right, so here we are guys, we're on to the first stage of Operation Fix VB. Now, as you've seen, I've just shown you some footage of the glitch, the horizontal line glitch, and it only happens in one eyepiece. It only happens in this one here. So that's what we're going to be focusing on when we open it. And when we do, it'll become clear why this glitch occurs. Now then, on the underside of here, you may remember from the Virtual Boy kind of expo vid that I did a while back, that these screws are really quite deep in there on some of them. And that was on purpose so that other game machine creators couldn't copy their ideas. Apparently, that's what I've heard anyway. So what you need to be able to do this is a very special game bit that has been developed specially for the Virtual Boy. It's not the usual type of bit that you would use to get a game system open. But this one is a special long one, so it's it will fit down into those holes. And I also have this screwdriver handle that I borrowed off my dad. It's magnetised as well. That's good. Okay, so moment of truth, guys. Here we go. This just lifts off now. There's the underside of the Virtual Boy just come off, and what you see inside is a glorious mess of technology. See that? So those ribbons each side there, those are what's causing problems. Right, what we need to do next, guys, is to take this ribbon out of the board that it connects into there. So you just very, very gently take this out of there. Try not to pull it too far, of course, because the problem that is causing the glitch is on the side here, on the other side of the ribbon, where it connects. And this here is where the problem is. This bit here. And it will be this area that we will be melting the glue of in order to press it back down and re-establish the connections. So, but before we do that, there's a couple more screws that we need to get this board off, because this board comes with this. You don't detach that from there. So I shall do that now. Alright guys, just a little heads up, when you get to this bit, you're taking this board off. There is two small screws that you need to take off. I've got the first one off, and they're very fiddly. You need to get a very fine Phillips screwdriver to do that. It's an X screw. Is that Phillips? Yeah, the one with the X basically. I mean, I have this Swiss Army knife, and that is just fine enough on the end of it. Although I really probably should have waited to get a smaller one, but it just worked to get that out. But be very careful. There's also a connection. I don't know if you'll be able to see that. Yeah, you can see that. There's a connection on the bottom screw down there that you'll have to get back onto once you've taken this off. So very fiddly this part, but once you have done this, I think that's the hard part over, and the next bit, although more scary, is a lot more simple. Right guys, so once you've got those other two small screws off, this ribbon just comes straight off like that, and here you have the piece that is causing all the trouble. The connection here, the glue gets loose basically, and the connections become less well, just loose basically. So that's how you get scan lines. So this little thing here will be going in the oven for no more than a minute at about 200 degrees centigrade. Apparently you can experiment, but obviously caution is the key. Too long and you've screwed it. So yeah, so that will be going in the oven to heat it up shortly. To bolster it, once we've done that, I'm going to cut some strips of packing tape just to put around it once we've done the fix in the oven, to give it a bit more reinforce it a bit, because what we're going to basically do is heat the glue up, then push it down and re-establish that connection and hold it down, and then with the sellotape we're going to just give it some reinforcement there. Right, here we are guys, the moment of truth. Forgive the washing machine in the background. So we have, I've decided to just do it with the one that's actually got a problem with it, because this way, if it works, then I'll know it works, and in future I'll be able to do it again. But also because it's such a bitch to get those boards off of the Virtual Boy. Those little screws are really difficult. It's just fiddly, so there's no need. The other one's fine, there's no fault with it. So I'm just going to do it with the one. So here we go. Right, as you can see, I've got some packing tape on there now. Now you have to be really snug though, because this board does go flush to the plastic casing, so you can't have any folds or anything. It has to be really, really snug. So I've just got two very, very thin strips of tape around that, just to give it a little bit more reinforcement, and hopefully that will help a little bit. So next is to attach it back on and see if we now have a fully functioning Virtual Boy. Right guys, this is the moment of truth. As you can see, there's the Jack Bros title screen. That was the lens that was already fine. This was the problematic one. So hopefully I'll have a comparison between the two up, and you can see the clear improvement, and that the scan lines has disappeared. It actually worked. It actually worked. Now, even though I've seen quite a few other videos of people being successful with this fix, you're always going to be a bit dubious yourself, especially when you open the thing up and you see how complicated it looks in there. The fix itself is very simple, it's just a bit fiddly to do. Some very small screws, some very fragile pieces in there that you've got to be careful with. So, but it all went to plan and it seems to have worked. I've got no glitch on the screen and I could not be happier. This is brilliant. Although of course the best way to fix it is with the resoldering. That's certainly the best way to go about it, and it's something I haven't ruled out for the future. But for now, the oven fix method works a treat, and this is a fully functioning Virtual Boy. Could not be happier.